client came in, and the observation is when you are sick and you're basically bedridden for several days, almost a week, then that's going to really disrupt the flow of your body. And the biggest takeaway from the session is try to get out of the sensation where they can just be supine or just prone. We did sideline today, which we don't ever do with her, just due to never thought really there would be any benefit to it. But today that was like the best benefit that she got was working through. We worked through the system, really pushed the fluid, or push the flow. I'm not sure if we call it like fluid. Just did. It's not myofascial releases. It's more effleurage, more Swedish, I guess you could say, techniques. But working the lower core and getting this to soften, and then just getting this to kind of process up and through. She was wearing bras, which she normally doesn't do. So anytime you have a bra in a line that cuts right into here, it's going to pull up on the breast tissue and put pressure on that rib cage, and then you're going to get an indent right through here, and then the breast tissue on the side, on the top part of that, will get really gelled up and tender, which it did for her. So basically what we do is we just basically have, if this is the lip of the breast tissue that's kind of congested, we can like work this a little bit, or I'll just basically ask for permission ahead of time and place my hands like below it and then go one rib up. So I'm not placing my hands directly on the breast tissue, but we're kind of working underneath of it. The other thing too is we can do actually over the top of it a little bit, kind of working into this hand on this side, be like here. Like my hand would be more this way, but I can't force my body to do that. Anyhow, so we basically work through and put pressure on that crease and just keep hand pressure there. And as we were doing that, the palm was on the sternum, and I kind of have my hand like I'm working her lower core and my hand's up here. So I have like, I'm kind of an awkward position, but it makes it safer for her or feel more comfortable for her. So I'll definitely contort my body enough to get her so she feels comfortable. And then as we were working her core and having my hand placed right up on top of the sternum through here, she's like got up and she's like, move your hand. And so she was itching. So an itch for me is 100% a sensation of we're getting a new cycle of flow happening. So typically when I pick up on underwear lines, bra lines, stuff like that, it's basically releasing this pressure system, and it's like pushing through like a garden hose, so to speak. People get itching in the back of their head, their face, their eyes, their jaw, their neck, their arms, their hands, whatever is like kind of like up flow from that. And for her, it was like right on the money. She was like, everything was just like itch, 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 itch. And that did help quite a bit with, once she had that itching sensation here, her whole stomach just completely sank. It softened. So I guess the whole concept is, don't be afraid to work here as long as you get permission from clients, and make sure you're talking with them and communicate them why you're doing it. Now, granted, I've been working with this client for a long time, and so we have this trust back and forth. But even though I've seen somebody for a very long time, every single time I ask for permission. Is it okay if we do this? Is it okay if we do this? Do you feel comfortable? All of those things protect the client, and they protect the therapist from any miscommunications. Anything else I want to say? Sideline was fantastic because we were able to really, stretch out the rib cage, put pressure. So she's in a stretch, she was sideways. I was putting pressure down here, and then we had her twisting, and she loved it. Like, that was a great sequence. The other thing too about that is it puts a different positioning on the spine. So if you are face down, your spine is stacked. If you're supine, your spine is stacked, and then you're kind of pushing the body in a way to where you might get a little bit of a side flex. But if you put them on their side and they're laying right on the rib cage on their hip line, it fixates the hip in a position, and it fixates fixes the rib cage on the table as well. And then you can really kind of manipulate the joints a little bit more, or the tissues, or the create more shear of the fascia system by doing that. With her, we had her hold on hand hold on the hip, and then we had like pressure on the stomach. That wasn't feeling too much, so we went more up into the rib cage to create more of this kind of pull, which she loved that sensation as well. So don't be afraid to be curious about how you can put your clients into positions that might feel really good. And for me, I just keep track of it. It's like a mental, I can remember from almost the first time I worked on her and all of the sessions throughout. Granted, I take phenomenal notes. And one thing with the great world of AI is you can upload all your notes as long as you don't have personal information into it. Upload all your notes into ChatGPT saying, hey, show me a pattern. What am I missing? What can we work on better? You know, and I think by having the awareness and taking really good notes, that's one thing that can really help your practice as well. So, trying to keep it a short video, and we're already 6 minutes in. So, anyhow, any takeaways? Just be curious, honestly. I'm still learning. I've been doing this 15 years plus, and I see patterns and things, and I have like a set way that I usually process the understanding, the way that I understand the body. It's kind of funny because my client said, she's like, you defy how I understand the body, like my techniques and the rhyme and the reason. So like if we have shoulder range, I did a video not too long ago where lady had shoulder range of motion tightness, and we worked the lower core, and next thing you know, no shoulder tightness. So it's just like my flow differential method system that I've created is not really based on fascia systems, muscle systems, joints. It's more based on a understanding that your body's a pressurized system, and if this pressurized system through here is not functioning the way it should, here, arms, legs are all extremities of this pressure system. So if this isn't working, nothing else is really going to work that well. So that's why I focus mostly here on 99% of my clients. I've actually got some percentages that I've been working on with ChatGPT of all the clients that I've been working on. And surprisingly, well, it's not surprising to me, but mostly to probably people who might see this, is that 80 to 90% of all people's pain is usually reduced by at least 50% just by working this area, not the back, from sternum to pelvic bowl and everything in between. That has, out of 80 to 90% of my clients, has reduced their pain by at least 50%. You know, I don't think I've really tracked the timing of it, but I usually work that within the first 20 minutes of a massage. So within the first 20 minutes, people get, it's possible to say that within the first 20 minutes of a massage by me and my techniques that I use, people get 50% reduction because I worked this, no matter where their pain was at in their whole body. It could have been their foot, it could have been a headache, it could have been a shoulder issue. But if I worked this within the first 20 minutes, roughly, that sensation has a 50% reduction, which I think is pretty cool. I'll have more of those percentages here coming up in the near future.